very useful tool if you don't have Lithuanian citizenship, but you'd like to establish company in Lithuania. And as you know, once company in Lithuania is established, the whole European Union market is there for you from Lithuania by Lithuanian company. And we know that some Lithuanian origin people and some foreigners that are interested in business in Lithuania don't have, of course, citizenship. And so the e.Resident tool helps to access public administrative services in Lithuania. So what is e.Resident in general? Who is e.Resident? So it's a foreigner who seeks to use services in Lithuania, and the e.Resident is given so-called ELTU code, which is registered in Foreigners Register and issued for 3 years. It's a card having two very strong certificates, so-called signatures, an electronic identification certificate and qualified electronic signature certificate. It means you can your signature are acknowledged in all the public institutions, and it consists of 11 digits. So it's has the same number of digits as the Lithuanian personal code. It just starts with 9 and is registered in Foreigners Register. And it can be issued in Lithuania, Immigration Department, or through external service provider in more than 20 countries. So here's the map where you can just come into foreign service provider, external service provider, and submit your documents and biometrical data. As the card procedure is, I don't know why it's not moving. I'll tell shortly about the procedure. So first of all, if you want e.Resident card, you need to submit application through our digital system, Migris. So it's via migracija.lt. You see in the left corner, in the bottom, the website. The status is granted immediately upon arrival to Migration Department or this external service branch. And e.Resident card is produced in 5 working days. If you submit your documents and biometric data abroad, then of course it takes some extra time to receive the card from Lithuania. And it costs 90 euros, the card, and plus if you apply in Lithuania for the card, if you apply in foreign country, some extra tax of external service provider is applied. So what services are accessible with e.Resident cards? So you can connect to e-government gateway, connect to migration procedures, sign documents with e-signature, and register a new private limited liability company or a foreign branch of your company. And I should emphasize that this card is not equal to passport or any other travel document. It's a card without a picture, so it's solely for using public administrative services. And the data which is written in the card is your name and surname, card number, and date of issuance and validity. And those who want to register a company with e.Resident card, they can do that via our register center. The address is, as you see, registrcentras.lt. And when you go to self-service part, you are redirected to ipassas.lt. And there you can access all their registration services, registration of mentioned 2 forms of company via this gateway with your e-resident card. So first, applying for e-resident card, getting e-resident card, also installing the program and opening e-resident card, and then registering a company.
So I will present the main things, what you should take around, what you look for in the stages of business start on export. So I'll provide basics informations about how to be successful in Lithuania. So I am working as a consultant in an innovation agency. So mostly I will talk about our services, that tools we have, and what the innovation agency is. So innovation agency is entrepreneurship and export promotion partner, acting as a national platform for the innovation ecosystem. The innovation agency was established in 2022 on a basis of the former Lithuania Business Support Agency, Entrepreneurship and Export Development Agency Versli Lietuva, and consolidation of the innovation functions of the Science, Innovation and Technology Agency MITA. So combined, we have more than 56 years of experience. As you can see, we have more than 300 talents over there. So the main goal is to keep our business growing, to keep our support and foster exports. So Innovation Agency is an official agency responsible for the Lithuanian innovation ecosystem and promotion of innovations at all stages of business development. So our clients range from startups to small and medium businesses. So we're helping them with tailor-made services. Also, Innovation Agency in Lithuania helps Lithuanian business unlock their innovation potential, grow locally, and find foreign companies, partners to develop their business. So main topics you can see here. We are consulting SMEs by providing them e-tools and services, providing business partner search, and organizing trade missions and consulting, also implementing and administrating financial and other measures for Lithuanian business. So this is our topics of by consulting business. So we have a very broad scope of consultations. So it's always easier when you know that you always have someone to talk. To start a business is much braver and easier. As many as 98.9% of companies set up with the help of Innovation Agency have survived successfully for 1 year and 1 day, compared to a national average of just 60%. So as I mentioned before, representatives of Innovation Agency provide free consultations on setting up a business or other startup issues, and our consultations range is very wide. So from choosing a legal form to accounting or preparing commercial proposals. You can get in touch with us by calling us or by email inquiry, or just by using a web inquiry at our website, innovaciagentura.lt or innovationagency.lt. I will start with most needed things when you're starting a business. This is legal forms. So on top there is individual activities, legal entities, and public entities. So we'll get a more broader view following. What's the difference between individual activity and legal entity? So as you can see, individual activity is an independent activity with which the resident seeks to receive income or other economic benefits during the continuous period. So it could be independent commercial or production activities of any nature, including business activities and business certificates like manufacture of textiles, repair activities, independent sport activities, independent performers, activities like actors, musicians. So it really depends on the risk you want to take. You could choose a company with limited liability, such as private limited liability company, or a small partnership, or just start a business with unlimited liability as a sole proprietorship. So I will talk more about the difference between those types of legal entities. So it will be easier to understand which is more suitable for you and for your needs. There we have main differences between a business license or individual activity certificate. So those both are individual activities, so they are not legal entities. So the main thing is to easier to start a business running without registration and preparation of legal entities. So a lot of people start business by using these methods. So a fundamental difference is that personal income tax GPM is paid in advance for a business license, regardless the amount of income received. So basically, in the meantime, GPM, personal income tax in Lithuania is 15%, is applied to persons who are performing individual activities. So as you can see, there are some restrictions and business license. So basically, there are only the activities specified in a list of types of self-employment activity, and the amount per year to receive income could not be exceeded more than 45,000 euros per year. So also, as you can see, period of activity in a business license, maximum 1 calendar year and minimum 1 day for trade and 5 circuit days for services and production. As difference from individual activity certificate regarding you can choose unlimited period of activity. So it's more convenient if you have plans to continue your activity. If not, it's better to choose just business license. You can extend it after 1 year. So it really depends on your needs. Also, I would like to emphasize that participants of those activities, and there is a main difference that a person and person's family members, if they are indicated in the business license, they can only participate in this business form as compared to individual activity certificate. It's possible to employ employees according to the employment contract. So if you are thinking about employ some employees, so it's better to choose individual activity certificate because it's has more dynamics when we're talking about hiring new people. who could possibly work for you. So also I'd like to emphasize the minimum capital amount, so authorized capital. There are no requirements regarding capital, so you don't need any amount of money to start a business. So this is the main difference regarding some legal entities. So, but regarding taxes, the duty to register as VAT payer remains the same of both methods. So doesn't matter, it could be a business license or individual activity certificate. You have to be registered as a VAT payer if the turnover exceeds 45,000 euros per year. This is a table of comparison of legal entities. As you can see, there are main legal entities in Lithuania as individual enterprise, small partnership, private limited liability company, and public institution and association. The differences, the main differences are lies in liability. I would really to emphasize that there is, as you can see, individual enterprise has unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means that the assets of the company are indistinguishable from the assets of individual. That means the owner is liable for the debts of the company, not only on the basis of his or her initial investment in a business, but also on the basis of all his or her personal assets. So you really have to keep in mind, bear in mind that sometimes in a failure of business, you will be liable with your personal incomes, with your personal assets. So it's better to try to minimize the risks, potential risks that could arise. And I would recommend to really consider this moment of participants' liability. Because in an event of business failure, a shareholder only risks the assets he has contributed to the company, thus protecting his personal assets. That's really, I would like always to emphasize and remind that it's better to distinguish personal assets and business assets. So, and more advantages, I would say, mostly today, nowadays, in the meantime, small partnership is most suitable for basic business needs. So you can really feel free to hiring new people, making contracts internationally or in legal market. There is no, I would say, there is no problems with doing that. So it's most suitable small partnership with limited liability, and you can have employment contracts. You don't need an accountant, so it's way easier. But compared to a private limited liability company, there is the biggest advantage, I would say, it's easier to keep your accountancy. It's easier to establish the entity. You don't need, as you can see, a minimum amount of the capital. You don't need to pay 1,000 euros for authorized capital, because in a small partnership you can undefine your minimum amount. It could be just €1. So it really depends on your needs. registration of a legal entity, there are 3 methods how you can register a legal entity. The first is the electronically through State Enterprise Center of Registers. So you can just using, you can register entity by using self-service website, notarially, or when acquiring an already operating registered company. So this moment, the third option could be really great if you are in a hurry of starting your business. You can buy already established, already incorporated legal entity and straight away start your business. Following before registration, you should check that the possible name of your legal entity is not already taken. So by using the same Center of Registers webpage, you can find there is a search of names of legal entities that already exist. So you can do this procedure by just filling up the boxes required by typing your possible legal name of the entity. So, and it shows that you're just typing a keyword, and the search shows that possible name is already taken. So you have to bear in mind that you need some other names of your legal entities. Here's our tool service. It's called Business Dashboard. This tool allows you to access electronic services provided by different institutions in one place without repeating logins. So it allows you to conveniently and quickly find and fill in necessary documents, receive notifications, and monitor various information related to conduct of your business activities, such as scheduled payments, the status of e-services, or authorization data. As you can see in the picture, also we have a business card. So it means that business managers can see in one place the personalized information that is relevant to them, which was previously stored in databases of different institutions. So this is very convenient because you have all data ready to go under one login. So it's very convenient, even in the start of the business, when you have not too much time. You don't need different logins. You just one login. You just log in and you can see all information you need. Another great tool is electronic wizards. So they help to understand what you need to start doing business. So it's based on a questionnaire. After completing the questionnaire, the system selects the relevant information from a large flow of information for the individual entrepreneur and draws up a roadmap of necessary steps to be taken. So as you can see, there's a wide range of wizards when you're starting some of the most common business activities. Also, that you can see there's a business wizard, electronic business wizard for a legal form registration. After filling this form, you will see what legal entity would mostly fit you. And later on, you see most common business activities in Lithuania, like food services, car repair services, manufacturing, sale of cosmetics, and etc. So also, you will see this is inside. This is how does it look like? Electronic wizard. It looks like a questionnaire, and later on you will get all the roadmap, how to and what you should be done, and what needs to be done. As you can see, there is authority of providing the service, so you just see what where you have to inquire informations and what actions you should take to start your business activity. So it's very convenient in the very beginning when there is a lot of information, a lot of institutions, authorities. So it's easier to follow the roadmap and then navigate yourself through the processes of business activities. Also, we have calculators, electronic calculators. So basically, there are 3 calculators: business plan calculator, business value calculator, accounting services calculator. So business plan financial calculator will help you to assess the prospects and potential outcomes of your planned business. The second one, the business value calculator, consists of 22 tables where you can enter the requested values in a consistent manner to get the final result, the value of the business you're analyzing. And last but not least is the accounting service price calculator. It will provide information on indicative price of accounting service providers. So it will help to estimate the costs of accounting services for your business. So it's very convenient. All 3 calculators are ready to use and easy to use. So it really helps in everyday activities when you're doing your business. Also, we have a very wide mentorship network. We have more than 100 mentors to help you. So they are really keen on consultations. So registered users can ask any of projects mentors questions and get an advice on relevant business issues. Moreover, there is no limit to the time, frequency, and number of e-mentors that can be consulted, but it depends on an individual situation. So a user can ask a single question, consult the same e-mentor on a regular basis, or ask different questions of different experts. So mainly the recommended duration of the mentoring is from 3 to 6 months. The team is built from professionals specializing in business development, finance, law, marketing, communication, and other fields. So feel free to use mentorship, electronic mentorship, because it really helps in the very beginning of the business when you have a lot of questions, and it's way easier to navigate yourself when you have an aid, side advance. And advanced professionals will help you with their knowledge, and I really recommend this mentorship in the very beginning of the business. Also, we have a co-working space created by innovation agency. It's called Spiečius. It's almost in all regions of Lithuania. So it's offering a free package of services for small, medium enterprises. So it's more, it's situated, Spiečius are situated in 13 cities and have more than 300 members. So these are main services of Spiečius. as you can see, there's individual business consultations, acceleration programs, mentoring programs, skill training, subsidies for members, and also main thing is a workplace when you can work, commute with other members of the network. So the Spiečius members who sign a membership contract can use the full package of co-working centers for 1 year absolutely free. So by becoming a member, you can just simply register in this link, which is shown, and use the main benefits of the services. And also, as I mentioned before, in the very beginning, innovation agency also helps business in the very beginning of their activity, but we also help in different business stages. The one of those stages is export. So when you're thinking about expanding and developing your business outside your region in international markets, we have a tool which is called Beach Lithuania. This is the largest and most trusted export database in Lithuania. So it's an additional marketing tool for Lithuanian companies that are starting up and looking for foreign partners and want to have the best possible opportunities to present themselves. So it's right now, in the meantime, this is the biggest and completely free database of exporters, of Lithuanian exporters. So you can find and place a public requests of companies from other countries in this platform. So the easiest and completely free method to show your business and what are you doing and are you willing to provide your services or sell your products abroad, you really should be here. And because the platform is constantly growing, developing, have more and more partners from other countries, so it makes easier to do international development for local Lithuanian companies. And Exporto Gidas, this is a one-stop shop for Lithuanian companies planning international expansion. So it's so-called Lithuanian Wikipedia of exports, because you have all needed information before starting an export. We have covered a lot of main markets that Lithuanian business has choose to export. So feel free to reach this site to gather information about possible markets, about possibilities. We always publish news regarding the export. So you can find also the contacts of strategic partners and other contracts. So all the information which is necessary for business to make optimal informed decisions when choosing an export market. So you feel free to use this because it's constantly growing information. I would say also a database of information for exporters. And also we provide, I think it's one of our essentials when you're doing business abroad. We're talking about contacts, how to make contacts, how to find contacts. So we are helping business to find contacts in the markets worldwide. So we are using Orbis Moody's database of contacts, which allows to find contacts of potential partners, email addresses, websites, company addresses. So it's a huge database of companies all around the world, and we by fostering an export of Lithuanian companies, we're really keen to use this database by finding the contacts and making easier to contact, to find the right contacts, or just by choosing to analyze one of the companies that could be your possible business partner in the future, but you still not sure is that possible partner is still reliable. So we can check the specific company, analyze it, and provide you with all information, with all analysis that would make you feel more comfortable by having a business with that company. So it's really useful too. Also, if you're looking for contacts in some places, if you are not traveling to exhibitions, if you're not if you don't have funds to pay for pricey databases, just get in touch with us, and we will provide you all basic information, all needed information to make a contact abroad. So this is main features, main information and services from my side. Thank you for having me here, and I will wait for your questions.
Hi everybody, I hope you can hear me. So I'm going to try to be quite brief and just share my coming back to Lithuania, opening up a business, running it, joining Spiečius story, in other words. So yeah, let's start from there that I spent most of my life living abroad, being at London and couple of European countries. And I came back to Lithuania in March, and I still do feel more foreigner than Lithuanian, but there are many good things that came with coming back to Lithuania. So to give a little bit of background, I had two business prior to this one in Lithuania that I managed remotely. And both of them were services, not like physical goods. And of course, both of them failed because of the lack of knowledge and, many things that I didn't know, and it took time to learn. But when it comes down to business, I think it's important to have some failed ones in order to have a successful one. So when I had this idea that I want to do this business that I'm doing now, which is an English school, but it's not just your ordinary English school, it's a private language school, basically for adults, kids, teenagers, all kinds of clients, but we base everything on neuroscience. So me and my team of neuroscientists and neurolinguists looked at the brain, what's happening in the brain, how neurons connect, how to incorporate long-term memory versus short-term memory in language acquisition, etc., etc., etc. So we made a system of teaching and learning that is based on facts, objective facts of the brain, which is the core of any learning. And so I've been doing this research all last year when living abroad, and because I knew, this is like my third sort of business, but I wanted to be like a proper one and not fail this time. I started looking for some help, for some support. So that's when I found Inovacijų Agentūra online. And I found their mentorship program. So I emailed a couple of mentors that seemed to be interesting to me or seemed to bring some value perhaps to what I was doing and what I needed. So I met with a couple of them. They were all super great, and they were very helpful, and they were all the people that showed me how little I know and how ignorant I was, perhaps still am in some places, but definitely was more. So having a mentor was incredibly helpful, because you do not, you do focus on your product. You think how to perfect, in my case, my service, but you don't understand the things in business side that you're just simply not aware of. You're not aware that, in sales, I might have 5 segments of clients and I need to address them quite differently when it comes down to marketing, etc. So yeah, so having a mentor is great. So from mentorship, I got into Verslo Gidas, which is like an online sort of business guide that is for free, or you can find it on the website, and it's incredibly useful. I'm not sure if there's an English version, unfortunately. Maybe there is. I'm not sure about that. But basically, there you have all the basics. If you genuinely do this sort of like a course, like a guide, you get all the basics in what you should think about when you are at the beginning stages of your business and development. And that's the research, sort of the prep work I did, and I realized that if I wanted to be big, if I wanted to work, I do need to come back to Lithuania, which I never thought would happen. Yeah, it was a bit, at first it was a bit of tough decision. I'm very glad now that I'm here, and I'm super grateful to sort of rediscover my home country in a different light, with different people, with the supportive community that I'm in. But at first it was an unexpected decision for myself to be back to Lithuania. But I did come back, and as I said, I am super happy that I did. I think on a personal level, the relationship with my home country is healing, which is a beautiful experience I'm grateful for. So coming back to business, so once I got back in March, I joined Spiečius in Klaipėda, and this has been the most important and the most beneficial experience and decision I've done in regards to my business. Firstly, obviously there are a lot of like events and trainings and lectures and all kinds of things happening online with the Novacijų Agentūra, like this one, which are really beneficial, and you learn a lot and you have a chance to ask questions, etc., and they're open to everybody. But being part of Spiečius is what really made me like sort of believe myself even more as well. I am in the city called Klaipėda, and the head of Klaipėda's branch, she is one of the greatest women I have ever met in my life. Firstly, she believes in you so much that you have no choice. You have to believe in yourself and your business, which is so important. Another thing, anytime I have a question, I don't even know who to ask. Like when it comes down to business, to legal stuff, to bookkeeping, etc. There are some questions I don't even know who to go to, and I just call her and be like, "Hey, I have this question. What do I need?" And she immediately, within seconds, sends you like a number of a person that you actually need. It's incredible how many people she knows and how personal our relationship is. And I feel like I can go to her with any questions, and she's open all the time. She's like sort of receiving me with open arms to answer anything from, very complicated business stuff to like, oh my God, I feel like an imposter, blah, blah, blah. So it's amazing to have that. But another thing of Spiečius is obviously you have a free space to work, which is also helpful. If you have that discipline to work from home and be productive, that's great. If you don't, you can use that space and really, you don't feel like, I don't really feel like scrolling on Facebook or Instagram when I'm in that space, because it's a working space. So, I get way more things done when I'm there. So it's great to have that too. We also have a community, which is a big, big thing, because in Spiečius, you are surrounded by people who are like, some people who just started out, some people who had business for like 10 years, but you all are in the same mix. And it's such an incredible feeling to be able to talk to people who have gone or are going through the same as you, from like, psychological like fears and doubts to like practical things, and they're all so supportive. There are people that like have really massive businesses, but they are still so down to earth and so open to discuss and help you and be there for you. So that sense of community is so, it's just incredible. I'm just so happy that I'm in Spiečius. Oh my God. And also we do have like every few weeks we have like community meetings. So they always invite somebody to give us workshops, whatever it is we ask. So they always are very good in communication. I mean Spiečius, because they're always like, okay guys, where are you struggling as a community? What do you want the most? So the next one coming up, we have about finance with one economist, blah, blah, blah. We have recently met with Ara's marine director, like CEO, and that's a like multi-million company. And we went to that, we went to the premises and we got to meet the director, but he also showed us everything around. He told us his story. We got to ask questions. He shared little tips and tricks how to, you know, manage. I think it was like 600 employees, something like that, which is insane. So, and we constantly get treats like that completely for free, which for me it's like mind-blowing, because Spiečius gives you so much and you don't pay for anything, and you just get and get and get and get and get, and it's like, okay, why, this is so great. And what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, another fun fact. So this my school has been running a couple years, but proper I started focusing, because I did some other stuff as well, but let's say proper I started focusing on it in regards to sales this year. And since joining Spiečius in April, my sales have increased 5 times, which is really crazy. Taking into account that the marketing is still in work, so the marketing is the same as it was before, because we are still working to let it to make it released. So knowing, you know, that we still have certain constraints, but the sales just being there with all the networking, with all the people, with all the, you know, word of mouth, etc., 5 times, which is when I look at it, it's like, okay, I think I'm going the right way. And right now I am in Accelerators program, which is like we work on this business canvas thing. And we already we've been in that program for 3 weeks now. It lasts 5 weeks total. And yeah, so we get one day where we have a lecture, like all day lectures about, like, one day was about sales, another was about development of your business, etc., etc. So you get a full day lecture on that specific topic. Then you get an hour and a half online meeting within your group with the same business person who is doing that lecture. And then on top of that, you get an individual meeting with that business person to discuss within the topic of the lecture, to discuss your own business, which is again so beneficial, because obviously you get a lot of things done and a lot of brainstorming, blah, blah, blah in the lectures, but you do need to come back home and sit with your thoughts and sort of think what's actually the best way to how to apply this information to your business. So having this individual lectures is also very, very useful. And I know next year, being part of Spiečius, I'm going to have another mentor, which is going to be chosen by the incredible head of Klaipėda's branch that I've mentioned before. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I think very briefly and very fastly, that would be my experience. I'm beyond grateful and really in shock that there is such a thing in Lithuania, and that is completely free, and it gives so much to me as a business person, to my business, and to me as just a human being, just as a person. So yeah, it's really priceless experience. If you're here, you have to join. Just, you have to.